Hello, my friend. I am currently in Marrakesh, in a bustling, vibrant inner city with markets and peoples and colors and smells and hoo-ha. So I found this little cute back alley where it's tranquil, it's cool, peaceful. So I figured I'd take a moment to do a little reflection. And I wanted to reflect on people. And especially in situations like this, where there's lots of people, there might be people from different cultures and we might not speak the same language. And, I came to the end of this little alley. We might not speak the same language. It's easy to feel like they are, or make them into that, as though we're completely different. Like blocking connection because we don't speak the same language, and we can do that, of course, but I think we're limiting ourselves. We're missing out on love, basically, because according to the non-dual understanding, the awareness that looks out through my eyes looks out through your eyes and through everyone's eyes that I see in the market. Yes, we have different memories and different thoughts and different cultural way of expressing ourselves. But our essence, what we actually are, when that person says, I, like I am, and point to themselves, they are pointing to the same I that I am pointing to. The most intimate feeling of being me, behind my thoughts and behind my memories, is the exact same I that looks out through their eyes. In other words, they're not foreign to me at all. I know them intimately. And why does this become relevant? Well, because when I allow myself to feel that, when I allow myself to recognize that, there is a love flowing up for this person whom I have never met, whom I might not even be able to speak to. But I can feel like I love them. And that's a wonderful feeling. It's like an adventure. It's almost like it feels like when that happens, when I manage to do that, because it's not automatic for me. It doesn't happen all the time. I have to make a little effort, or rather let go of my conditioning of seeing them as completely different from me, and not seeing our shared awareness. But it's like I found this little key to loving the world. Like, wow. And I wanted to share how that might look in practice for me. And what was I going to say? Yeah. Oh yeah, loving the world and loving people. Like when I grew up, I was kind of infused with this cultural narrative that you want to be the one who loves the least. Like you want the world to love you more than you love the world. Especially like as a teenager, if you were in love with someone who didn't love you back, you kind of lost social status because you were kind of like rejected, and you didn't want that. But then I had, in one of my earliest relationship, I think I was more in love with the idea of having a relationship than I was in love with him. So I realized that he probably he's more into me than I'm into him. And I remember thinking that all like the teenage movies and things would say that I am kind of the winner in this, but I didn't feel like a winner. I'm like feeling like, well, he gets to feel love and I don't. How can I be the winner in this? That doesn't make sense. And I remember thinking, this was way before the non-dual path or even meditation. I remember that I thought that, okay, but if I had to choose to live in a relationship where we would love each other unequally, like one would love the other one more, which one would I want to be? And I realized that actually I would want to be the one who loves more. Because being loved but not feeling love yourself, that's not really such a blessing. But feeling the love in your body, having it overflow your heart, looking at someone and feel warm inside, that's a gift. And that's my feeling. That happens inside of my body. So loving the world or loving people in the world, and they might not feel the same towards me, or they might not have recognized our shared being. They might not have love overflowing in their heart. Well, that's too bad. It's sweet when it happens both ways. But it's still a win for me, because I can control what they feel, but I can control how I feel towards them. And I would choose love any day, because it's easy to think that in order to feel love towards someone, you have to like them. I would say you don't. You can feel love towards someone, but not necessarily like their thoughts or the way they express themselves. And for me, initially, when I started to feel this like love for strangers, I've reached the end of the alley, so I'm going to go back. You get a second tour of this little cute place. Initially, when I started to feel love for strangers, I felt a bit like, oh my God, it's too intimate. I can't. Am I allowed to feel like this? Or I need to contain it. I almost felt like I was revealing myself. And I think that's quite common. Many people have said that it's too intimate. I can't feel that open. I can't feel that sweet towards someone. Well, you can actually, but it might take some practice. Your nervous system or your conditioning might still be on this old narrative that I had, that you lose social status if you feel warmth towards someone. And then the other thing that I went into the trap of confusing, it's this idea of niceness. I have a whole episode on niceness. We easily think that just because we feel warmth or love towards someone, that we have to be nice towards them. Nice in the sense of overstepping our boundaries. Like, we're not allowed to say no. We're not allowed to clearly mark our boundaries. But in fact, we are. I find myself actually that it's easier to mark boundaries towards people when I feel love for them. Because I'm not marking a boundary towards their essence. No, I love their essence, but I'm marking a boundary towards their actions, towards their thoughts. And it doesn't become hostile. It becomes more forceful. It's like it's empowered by love. And that makes the boundary marking more clear. Oh, it's not the biggest little alley, but I'm a bit too unable to focus if I walk around like this in public. So we'll do another round, because I have one more thing I wanted to say. That it's easy to think that we have to make an effort to love someone, like though we're putting love on top of whatever we think. So we look at this person and then we love this person. But that's not necessarily the way it goes, or it doesn't go like that for me, because that is quite challenging. Then you have to, when I feel love for someone like that, that means that I usually like them a lot. Like all of this personal conditioning align, and I really want to be around them, and then the love can kind of zipper through, and it feels like I put it on top. But a more accurate way to describe how it feels, it's like I dip into my essence. I go back behind my thoughts, behind my emotions, behind the idea of Josephine, which is my name, by the way. Welcome if you are watching my channel for the first time. So I go backwards, and when I connect with this essence, the I that is observing everything, the awareness, then it's so easy to recognize the love for someone else. Because when I am fully embodied in this I am, in the essence that has no real personal story, then I see that in other people. It's like love just naturally reveals itself. So that makes love effortless. In fact, it's the most natural condition. Yeah. And it makes walking in crowds like these quite exciting. but it doesn't happen naturally for me all the time. Sometimes I have to remember. My mind might be so strong and have opinions, and my body might contract in feeling alien to this environment. So I almost have to be like, whew, I forgot for a while. I forgot that I am love. For a moment, I thought that what meets my eye is everything there is to know about that person. And nothing that meets my eyes is anything I recognize. So obviously I don't know this person. Yes, that's true, but there's a deeper layer. And I consciously have to choose to go there. But every time I do, I am richly rewarded. So yeah. I felt really rewarded or really blessed to share that with you. Yeah. What did that awaken you? Do you recognize that for yourself, or what's your experience with love and strangers and being in environments with people you don't know? Yes. Thank you for sharing this moment with me, and I hope to see you next time.